National Social Investment Program, a program where former President Muhammadu Buhari for August 21st, 2019, bring come out so that they will fit, they assist people where be say that water, something happen, or like that COVID-19 time, all those kind of things, and some people will say they're not today, they not get enough. And those people they in charge to make sure say the things reach their hand. Why we raise this topic now? Because when they remove this fuel subsidy, everybody they say, no, our President Tinubu, you suppose bring palliative. Even the one who don't know the meaning of palliative. So you suppose bring palliative. Now it's okay, it don't reach. Well, I go bring this former national coordinator of NSIP, make it come here, come talk with us about this matter. And the name now Dr. UMAR BINDIR. I call the name well.
Yes, yes. You try.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Oga, it'll be not easy to see people who are going to talk about issues like this, where people need to learn from. And thank you, sir, you come our program today. This palliative. What does palliative even mean? First.
Palliative means government don't see people that suffer.
Yeah.
Some people not get money to buy food. Some people not get money to enter Ekanem. Some people not get money to buy soup, and so on and so forth. So government will not just leave them like that. And these people in Nigeria, they plenty everywhere. They're there for Bayelsa, they're there for Sokoto, they're there for Bomosho, they're there for Port Harcourt. So government recognize can say the usefulness of government not be private enterprise. Government not be profit-making organization. Government is for the people and by the people. So palliative means let us help these people where they down, where they suffer, so that they can wake up. You know, the small woman where they sell bitter leaf before. Now there's no money to buy even the bitter leaf to go and sell. If you palliative the woman like this, she will get some bitter leaf, she'll go and sell. Small. She will now become palliative has helped her.
And
She's now back to selling her.
And to even give people self.
Exactly. So palliative means help the ones at the bottom. It's not like you just sit down like this. Carry palliative, eat. Carry palliative, eat. That one will not be sustainable. Nobody will do that. Even your father will not do that. But when you carry palliative, you eat your belly full. You now sit up, go. You go walk small.
Yes.
Tomorrow you carry half palliative because you produce half palliative.
You
go. Next day, you are out of palliative. You too, you go help another person with palliative. So palliative now help to help ginger small, weak people to get strength so that they can participate for governance, so that we'll be united, so that we'll be peaceful, so that we could go church or mosque peacefully. That is what palliative means.
But since 2019 when they formed this thing, you say this palliative sharing to the vulnerable people, you say the government don't defeat attain, what to make them form that that's the National Social Investment Program?
Well, actually, National Social Investment Program started since 2015. And since when Buhari came second time.
Okay.
So, and you know...
But 2019 now, we'll come the year.
2019 a humanitarian ministry.
Okay.
Because government now introduced a whole ministry
For
to do with palliative things and poverty things. So, you know, say, if you go back history, you will see that every government, whether na soja, whether na agbada, they will always introduce something that will lessen poverty for people. If you remember a long time ago, Abacha self introduced Family Economic Advancement Program. That is how to help people to now wake up. Then when Abacha died, may God be with him, Obasanjo came. You remember they put NAPEP. Even this Keke NAPEP were all part of palliative. After Obasanjo left, Yar'Adua came. He introduced 7-point agenda, Vision 2020, but before he consolidated, the man died. May God be with him.
Amen.
Then the President Jonathan took over. You remember Shuapi? Shuapi was there with this, even this subsidy wahala, and you win. All is this palliative.
Even trader money.
Now, if trader money are part of NSIP. So by the time President Buhari came now, by 2015, President Buhari said, we have to review all these things, whether they work or not, and they introduce our own. That was how NSIP was introduced. This NSIP say, first, look for young people where they school, or look for young people where they graduate, but they're walking the street. If you don't look after them, they will start boxing you. So that is how Empower came. So Empower was now collecting people who go to school to now give them training, to give them work, and so on and so forth. Pay them 30,000, 10,000, and so on and so forth. Now palliative. Secondly, inside that, you remember school feeding program. So inside NSIP, president say, the school where poor children of the poor, where they go in a public school, this school where no get window, where no get door. So go inside that school, feed them with one meal, with egg, with meat. This food na magnet for children. So if we started seeing parents say, Moses, go to school, Kabiru, go to school, so that you go and eat food. But when you come to wait for it, they teach you. Third, the same NSIP say, trader money, these traders, sugarcane sellers and so on. Market money, these women that they sell the black soap and so on. Market money, these small scale farmers, all of them, give them palliative. And finally, there was, if you could remember, cash transfer. Even when you did weak at the bottom, president said, give that house where they get leper, they get a widow, they get orphan, give them 5,000 naira so that they can use it, eat, and also ginger themselves. So this is what NSIP is, and it started in 2015.
You be former national coordinator.
Yeah.
How until they get data of all these people and you say, okay, for Gishiri now, we get 60 people who don't finish university. How until they get the data of those people?
First of all, when President Buhari started this, he did not bring any political thing. He said every governor, all the 36 governors in Nigeria, plus Minister FCT, appoint focal person to implement this program in your state. So now the governor, they choose this politician or this correct person will go feel pity for poor people in their state. So all these 36 and FCT are in place. Secondly, President said, for Empower, you young people, go to internet. There's no form. No, you don't need to know Senator. You don't need to know Dr. Bindi. You don't need to know Oga here. Go to internet, put your name yourself. And I'm telling you, all the beneficiaries, they went there and put their names themselves. And that is where we select. So we get all data about who applied, where they applied from, which local government, which ward, what is their name, what is their everything. We have that data. Secondly, for the schools for feeding, it is the state that will send us the list of government primary schools. For us. It's not us that is just choosing, oh, this is my friend, put your primary school. No. It's government, the state government. So we have data of all the primary schools that are participating. In fact, with the list of all the children, and we're only feeding class 1, class 2, class 3, so that by the time they get used to school, they can now survive. For JIP, which is the trader money, farmer money, and so on, it is at the local government, the state, they open register. Anybody who want to participate, it is 50,000 for trader money, 50,000 for market money, and then between 50 to 300,000 for farmer money. Go and put your name, and it's free. So again, we collect data. And finally, for the cash transfer, we even have office in every state, manned by the staff of the state, who will now go to the villages to say, that house now is poor household. They don't get anything. Put their name. It is the village people, the chief, the youth people, the women people, the NGO. And again, we have all the data. So when you put all this, we have what is called as the National Social Register. It's not Federal Social Register. It's National Social, meaning Adamawa, bring your data. Abia State, bring your data. Anambra, bring your data. Sokoto, bring your data. We put everything and work it out and produce this data that is produced by the state. We call it National Social Register.
Ghana, wow, I don't do work, go far.
So
that
has
means,
never happened before.
That means you get data.
The whole data, if you now want name and location, everything is available.
You be former national coordinator.
Yeah.
That means you get many information for your head.
Yes.
So with this palliative now, with this subsidy now, they don't remove now, people they suffer. What do you feel the government is supposed to do may reduce the suffering of people for Nigeria?
Say when they say fuel subsidy, fuel
affects
now
everything.
for engine. Okay?
Fuel affects food.
It affects everything.
Okay.
But first level of suffering is person will get vehicle. So person like you get vehicle. You go spend more now.
Yeah.
Keke napep, where they drive my mother and my brother, they must pay more. So my mother must pay more.
Okay.
And truck, where they carry block and sugarcane and so on, must drink fuel. And the sugarcane person must pay more.
Yes.
So this is how, all of a sudden, you're there like this, you are paying maybe 2 naira, and tomorrow, Keke napep must say, now 5 naira, God, what will happen? Subsidy don't remove. So President Tinubu said, don't worry, Nigerians. First, this subsidy is meant for you. But there are people and organizations who are drinking the milk Sote their belly don't
They're not even tired.
We have to make sure that we reduce these people. If you remove the teeth out of their mouth, they will not suck anymore. But when you remove instantly, yes, they will suffer. You too, small ones will suffer. But it will take some time. You will settle down. But before that some time, palliative must come to help you. So that is what this palliative is all about. First of all, identify all these groups of people who are suffering. The data that I told you is for the grassroots, is for what we call as the poor and vulnerable. That data that we have in NSIP does not have labor workers, people who are working for
Okay, labor don't reach 30% of Nigeria.
But
now we suffer. Labor don't. Okay, leave labor.
Okay, I leave labor.
This is our program, not be labor.
Okay, I leave them. I leave them.
Labor not reach 30% of Nigerians.
Okay, let them.
We get aged people. We get people who be 18 years. We get people who need they work.
So all these people now at the state level, state must help to make sure that, just like I told you about data for the poor and vulnerable, you must very quickly generate the data, reality, no cheating, no corruption, so that by the time the palliative comes, the effectiveness of palliative is that the targeting is good. Okay. If you close your eyes, you don't target. You throw naira like this. Anybody go catch. Yes. Go catch them. But if you open your eye, you say, Malam, you are suffering. Take 5 naira.
Face to face.
Madam, face to face. To do this face to face, na data. So the states must open eye like this and make sure that they quickly, they don't waste time complaining and so on. President mean well. You get what I mean? President say we go do them. But to do it, if you don't do it well, you go back to the same people where they suck.
They tell you. Kai. My country, I don't see. I don't say today na bomber to bomber. National coordinator for National Social Investment Project. Now he comes, so he don't tell us how he feels. Say, but okay, I get what you answer my question. You know answer. You know, you won't carry us now. Go meet all these big men. Where they get pension. You say, we put them for palliative. They get pension. They will collect pension. They collect salary. People they will need to work. People they will be saying they go farm. Their farm product to carry and come out now. You know all those kind. So now with the data I wanna get, what will be the first thing we feel say government supposed to, which palliative they supposed to first share? Now motto, I been na food, I been na money. And suggestion how they find for this program. What do you want me government start first with this palliative, the sharing? Money, food, or vehicle to move their goods from one place.
You know, say in our country, never ever put boxes like this and say, let me take first box first. If you're not careful, the problem is so big, you will not go to second box. So carry all the boxes together. So first, I see that government intend, and President has already said that, people where they go school, they need transport. Okay. We are going to put electric, gas, and other petrol, whatever transport, to carry you at a lesser price so that you don't feel that one. While that one is going on, government say the farmers that would have paid more for fertilizer, because fertilizer you must carry it inside Ekanem to bring to shop. Yeah. You too will palliative you with fertilizer. Bring it to your doorstep so that you can farm well. While we are doing that, the poor people where they village, don't think that they are just dead. My mother, where they village, she knows how to extract oil out of granules. She can fry kuli, she can make dudu oshun, she can smoke fish, but she just sit down like this because everything is hard. If you give her 1,000 naira, you wake my mother up like this. Every Thursday market, she will take 2 or 3 granite bottles, and that is how she will pop up. So President said, you too will give you cash transfer, but don't go and start eating salad.
Don't go use a marry.
Don't go, you cannot even marry. My mother cannot marry. So they will now use it to buy that groundnuts. Do your own oil, fry akara, eat half, sell half. Then soon, that palliative for 6 months, you will just get the bam like this, and then you wake up. So everything has to happen at the same time. But because this modern time, now technology time, we must learn to do things quickly. We must learn not to be complaining only. We must learn to contribute also. This sincerity of purpose is people now. President alone is there at the top. Below president, you have 36 governors, 36 deputy governors. Below governors, you have 109 senators. Below senators, you have 360 House of Reps. Below those, you have 774. So it's a bulb like onion. It's big. Don't just tackle that president. Everybody must come together. Every senator must go back to their own constituency. Help people to do things quickly. Every member House of Reps must go back to their constituency. Local government chairman, do palliative things every time. Governor, work very hard. It is this working hard that will make Nigeria actually pop its head high. But if it is complaining, you will annoy president, you will annoy me, sir.
You?
Even me, if you're complaining, you just annoy me because I can contribute, and I'm contributing. As you see me now, every morning I wake up, I go to primary school in my neighbor, just not to teach, just to now talk to the headmaster, talk to the teachers, talk to the students.
Encourage
in
them.
a way, yes, because it is contribution time. We elected this president. We mean that this man is the best person to lead us. You must help him. Not to choose somebody and start bring dagger to say, hey, you must do this, you must do. So the whole palliative thing is everybody's responsibility. Government holds the strength with some resources, but everybody can enhance it. For me now, every day, I call my mother to say, if this 5,000 cash transfer come on, please, I know the person where they sell granules in Yola market. He is going to bring 2 mudu for you at a lesser price. Even me, I will contribute a little bit. But please, call your sister, which is now job. You are now creating job for her. Call your sister. Since you are too old to do 5 mudu, now you have 5. She will do 2, you will do 3, your daughter will do. This is now just from my mother, cash transfer, 3 jobs. And before you know, her sister will carry some money back. Before you know, she too, she will start the granite thing.
And employ somebody.
And so on and so forth. So this is how palliative is expected to work. But we must be able to give the president a chance, to give his team a chance. We must contribute, and we have to do it very, very quickly.
Dr. Omar, thank you very much for coming. But before you go, I want you put mouth for just this one thing I want to ask you. I don't see you away from this topic. Yeah. This dispensation now, politics don't finish, campaign don't finish, now na governance. President don't start today nominate people for ministers. How you see them? How you see the people who don't break them out of late? How you see their capacity? You see they feel deliver?
You see, minister, I work with, for many ministers, I work with nearly 90 ministers in this Nigeria. Minister, just like president, now representative of the president. Below minister, if you go to ministry, now permanent secretary. Below permanent secretary, you get directors, deputy directors, assistant directors, and so on. So therefore, minister, no matter what your qualifications or experience, whether you're a doctor or engineer or whatever, you must recognize that you must manage people and resources well.
And those people, they did that before you come.
Yes, calm down. Know everybody. Try to demonstrate that you can put people's head. Meet regularly. This thing where Federal Executive Council, they meet every Wednesday. No before, nothing. It's because once you see everybody, shake president hand, shake vice president hand, you feel like, yeah, you know, arrive. And it energizes you that you are reporting. So it is about management. All those nominated, I wish them the best of luck. But understand that, and some of them know very well, it is about managing people, managing resources, and trying to measure yourself. I met the level of development in water resources here. I have contributed to move it a little bit higher. I met agriculture here. I've managed to move it a little bit here. I met poverty elevation here. I moved it. Always be conscious of this measurement. Otherwise, you will enter Wahala with time.
Thank you very much, Dr. Umar, a former national coordinator for National Social Investment Project, where then they do school feeding program, Empower, and all those things. Now, be former national coordinator. You don't do a part, come out. Another person don't do there. What will they pray for you now for higher position? God give you a higher position. Yeah. My country, when I say they be for waiting, they have more pack wakaya come up for studio today. Remember, I always tell you, say anything you do, make you do well because you will not get for mine. Still, they get you for mine.